And hello and welcome to the stream, everyone. And more importantly, welcome back to Calmston Farm. I know a lot of you have been, a lot of you like this map. And I do personally as well. And we did kind of jump away from this map a while ago in order to, explore new content. So we started the Adelsholm map, which I will probably go back to at some point because I was really enjoying that particular adventure into booze making. And then we stepped away for Silverrun Forest when that map came out as well. So it's been a while since we've been on Calmston Farm. I'm kind of happy to be back. I wasn't planning on coming back to Calmston. I was originally going to go straight back to Adelsholm from Silverrun Forest. But a lot of you requested this. A lot of you were saying, when are we going to return to Calmston? And I can totally understand that. So I've uploaded this to the server. If any of you want to join in as we progress through the wonderful world of farming, please do so. All you have to do, as usual, is to check the Discord, link in my socials, and check the what are they called on Discord? Topics? No, not topics. Channels. That's the word I'm looking for. Check the channel for Community Farm, and in there you will find a pinned post with the login details. All you have to do is boot up the game, search for this particular farm, install the relevant mods, and join on in. Hello, Walker. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, what is this farm all about? Well, you might notice that the minimap looks a little bit populated. The money certainly doesn't look like a starting amount of money, and that is because it's not. Let me show you guys. So, as you can see, the top end of the map here has been populated by some stuff, and things are going on. This is because this map is one that I was originally playing myself. I started it relatively recently, and I'd put a few hours into it, kind of developing it a little bit. And then when people started, asking for Calmston Farm, I thought, what a better way to do it than to go... looks like the top of our village. It does kind of, doesn't it? Yes, babe, it does. It's kind of got that feel to it, doesn't it? But yeah, so let me show you around, I guess. We have... Let me just... Is it here? Yeah. Oh, that's the workshop. We don't want to visit the workshop, do we? Let's jump into this tractor here. Then I can jump out. So the 3 starting fields are the same fields as we usually have. We do have a few extra pieces of equipment. I recently purchased a nice, ideal harvester there with a nice big header. So that'll come in handy when it comes to harvest time. We do also have the starting harvester for this map, which is over here in the shed. The class Lexion. Which number is this one? This is a Lexion. Oh, it's a Trion 720. There we go. Trion 720. I never get the numbers right. But over there, that is where you will see things have been occurring. So let's have a little pop over here, and I'll show you what all has been occurring. So we own the sawmill. Actually, when we started this map, quite a few things were owned. We owned the biogas plant, for example, and we owned all of this top area here for some weird reason. I guess it must be a new thing, but all of this development is my work so far. So the furniture is rolling in, which is quite good. We'll sell that in due course. As is the straw processing unit. It is producing straw accessories at the moment for sale later on. Actually, I have to check when the best time to sell those is. But this here is a massive grass field. It's been replanted, and we have a couple of bits of machinery up here which we've been using to mow the grass. I want to replace this setup with an actual self-propelled mower at some point. The class mower, that would be really good because it would free up this tractor from grass cutting duties. But other than that, we have a few other things going on. So we have a dairy, a butter production. That produces butter from other products other than just milk. I'll show you all this in the productions later on. But this is kind of what I really like here, these little grapevines, because you just feed them water. You can feed them like seed and fertilizer to increase their production, but they seem to be doing a pretty good job with just water. So yeah, you're building MU storage shell. Oh, nice. Nice. Hey, Magnus the Real. Hello, welcome. Thank you for the follow. We have a couple of greenhouses producing strawberries, but most interestingly are the other things. So we have a TMR producer here that's producing total mixed ration, which I'm using for this truck here to fill up with the many bales that we that I have acquired. This silo here is producing silage for us. Why is there just a piece of wood in the middle of the road? What is that? That's the fermenting silo. That's just producing some nice silage for us. We then have, this is the same clothing spinnery that we had on Silverrun. It's the combined one. So it's doing wool into fabric and then into clothing. As you can see, it's produced quite a lot of clothing. We haven't got to the selling stage yet, but when we do come to sell this, that's going to be quite a profitable little thing. In addition to that, this thing is awesome, by the way, guys. This is the old General Mill, and it produces a lot of things, which is good, because we also then have a cookie factory, which is currently collecting all of the materials we are making in preparation to start cookie production. So yeah, let me just show you all this, because there is. So we have some cows, 75 cows at the moment. We have some sheep producing the wool, and we have some chickens. So that's all going on in the animal pens. We'll get to that later. But yes, so we started. This biogas plant was ours, and it is actually the one that's right down here. This one here, I think it's, yeah, this one here, owned by us at the start of the map. I didn't even have to buy it, so I guess the makers of Compston Farm changed that, because that was not something that was originally in the first version of Compston Farm that we played way back when. But yeah, so I've got the straw production, making some straw. That's just to make use of the excess straw. We've got a lot of straw. Sawmill currently inactive for the time being, but the as you can see, the fermenting silo is going pretty crazy. We 567,000 litres of grass in there, and it's already produced 642,000 litres of silage. So if we need a cash injection, that's where it's going to come from. But we're okay for the moment. The old General Mill, like I said, this is great. It produces so many different things. Sugar, flour from a load of different sources that normally don't produce things. So we can do corn flour, we can do soybean flour, we can do oils, and we can do grapes. And the nice thing about some of these productions is they also produce pig food, which we are gathering an amount of. I think you can just see it there, 16,000 litres of pig food. If we start getting a lot of that, we might get pigs. Who knows? But these are the grapevines. So as you can see, just water straight to grapes. Hey, Groot, good to see ya. Good to see ya. So yeah, you can add fertilizer and seed and reduce the water content to get the same amount of grapes, or you can do it with manure and seeds and reduce water. But I find that just using a lot of water is perfectly fine. This is a fascinating mod as well, guys. The water distributor, very, very handy. Just automatically, I just fill it up and it distributes water to every production that needs it. Absolutely fantastic. Let's turn those clothes back on. We now have a good amount of fabric in there. So this is taking our fabric and making clothes. More of these. More of these. This is also a handy little thing. The animal production warehouse. It's, again, like the water distributor, it literally just distributes. So you whap in eggs, wool, and honey, and it just sends it to productions that need it. You've got to be careful because it will send it to any production that needs it. So if you're wanting it on a specific production, probably better to just deliver it to that production. But at the moment, I'm kind of trying to make it so that there's only one kind of destination that most of these materials can go to. We'll come back to the cookie factory in a minute. The TMR mixer, this is great. This is actually really good. This was a mod that I checked out a long time ago to try and simplify the production of Total Mixed Ration. And it was a bit naff, mainly because these values were all like 1,000. So it was taking way too much like mineral feed, way too much straw and grass, and it just wasn't. It wasn't maintaining the usual TMR ratio, so it was just a nightmare to keep up with. But this is actually quite a good ratio, and it's set up so that if you fill all four of these inputs, it will completely deplete every single one. So as long as you keep them all nicely topped up to full, got to put a bit more straw and hay in there, but if we put it all up to full, it will just completely use everything, which is really nice, really useful actually. That's still producing the dairy. That one has just gone down, the dairy. Haven't done anything with it yet, but we'll be making cheese and chocolate there. And this is the butter factory, which is another nice little mod that I've come across. So you can make butter out of sunflower oil and olive oil. You can make it out of canola and a small amount of milk. Or you can just do milk. Pretty good, right? And then just some greenhouses. But the main attraction that I'm super into at the moment is the cookie factory here. So this takes loads of different inputs and makes cookies of various kinds. And then you can even combine all of these cookies into one product, which is probably what we're going to do. Probably going to, once we've got things, so we need cheese, we need chocolate, and we need a lot more butter. But as you can see there, we've got a good amount of other things in there. Probably too many eggs, to be honest. We've got 200,000 litres of eggs in the factory. Oh, we'll be using those for a while. But yeah, I want to start getting these up and running, which means we need milk, and a lot of milk. So I think that's probably what I'll get started with today, to be honest, is kind of making sure that the cows are happy, making sure that everything is good. So we'll just top up this. How is the TMR doing? Ah, good. There we go. All right, we'll go and top up the old cows. And I'll show you the bottom end of the field, the bottom end of the farm. It's not much different from what you would expect Calmston Farm to be like, to be absolutely honest. I've placed a silo down here just to kind of keep grain in, but it's probably in the wrong place. So I'll probably want to get rid of it and put a new one down, to be fair. I also need to weed these fields. They're getting a bit bad. We don't want too many. Don't want weeds in our crop. This field we haven't planted yet. I was thinking of possibly doing like corn, maybe something like that. But yeah, we placed a silo down here. Hey, Groot, you were asking for Constant, so yeah, I thought it was about time we jumped back into it. So yeah, like I was saying at the start of the video, if anyone does want to actually join in, ooh, I should shut that gate. Then please do feel free. There we go. Do feel free. Right. So fill this up. Actually, how much spare capacity does this have? Ooh, not quite enough to empty. Okay, that's fine. We're full of straw as well, and the milk and everything, so that's all good. So we should have some milk in here. Yes, we do. Any more? No. Okay. We'll go deliver this milk to the butter factory. So at the moment, there's not an awful lot that we can be doing. It's the middle of winter currently, so we'll probably be skipping ahead soonish. There is the weeding. We do need to do the weeding on these two fields that we have planted. Whoop. Oh, and for reference, guys, I've turned off crop destruction for this particular map. It was... I've always played with crop destruction on. I feel that I kind of like the setting on, you know, but after a while it does kind of get slightly irritating. So for this particular map, I've decided to turn it off. All right, fill up the dairy. And we can get the dairy actually producing dairy. So we want cheese. Oh, we do want chocolate as well. But let's turn on butter. Do we still need butter here? Yeah, we do. So probably best to have that turned on for the time being. We'll have cheese, that'll distribute. We just need to get some sugar. We do have a little bit of sugar beet left. We don't have much. That is the one slight problem. We do need to do some sugar farming at some point. And that means buying a big sugar harvesting system. Not actually sure what we've got. Anything in the sale? No. Okay. Yeah, for sugar, we'd probably go for sugar beets. We do have this particular mod. This is quite a good one because it comes with a 5.4 meter header, which is actually slightly bigger than most of the others, like the Roper here. Not that. Customize. No, wait a minute. Combinations, that's it. That only has a 4 meter header. This one has a... I don't actually know, but I don't think it's any different. So that has a 2.7 meter header. Yeah, so I think this is 4 meters as well. So that's probably what we'll go for. But we will have to see. I've been intrigued by these things as well. You know, I mean, you don't need them unless you plan to dump all of your stuff on the ground, but that looks like such a cool piece of technology. You know, I would like to try it out at some point down the line, but we will see. We'll see what we can do. Right, so weeding. Nice. That's what we need to do. Hey, thank you, babe. Nice. Okay. So here we go. So we shouldn't get any destruction from this. Yeah, that's right. There we go. Cool. Natalie's firing off with the gift subs again. Absolutely awesome. Thank you very much, babe. Right. Oh, wait a minute. Are they not? Oh, yes, there they are. Now they're dying. Now the weed's dying. That's good. There we go. Perfect. So we'll get this weeded. Hopefully shouldn't take too long. I mean, it is a relatively large field. But we'll see. We'll see how long. It shouldn't be too bad. This is quite a good good sprayer, so there we are. Perfect. Yep. I think I might go. If I go round the headland. Ah, you're an absolute star, babe. Thank you. Yes, for those of you who weren't here for Tuesday's SnowRunner stream, Natalie was doing the same thing, thanking everyone that joined in by gifting them some subs, which is absolutely amazing. Very nice indeed. And now you can all enjoy my streams ad-free. How about that? The top perk of being subbed. No adverts. How's that? Ooh. Come on, get back across. There we are. Fantastic. So, once we've weeded the fields, which hopefully shouldn't take too long, as I was saying, just randomly. Either way, babe, it's all cool. It's all cool. But yes, we'll probably skip forward a few months. In fact, let's... Oh. If I just put this on automatic for a moment, try and get it nice and level. I do need to check when those straw accessories are at the best price, actually. Let's have a look here. They're going to be right at the bottom. Yes, they are. So best price is August. Oh, right. So we've actually missed them. That sucks. Okay, so the straw accessories are going to be piling up for a while, but what can you do? The clothes will be ready to sell in a few months, though. And that'll be good. Because we do actually, one thing we are lacking on this particular map at the moment is a decent seed drill. We've only got the small direct drill that you start with. Oh, Toddy is very well, babe. Yeah. Let me see if I can get the camera on her. She's just... There we go. She's front and center today. But yeah, so we only have the small starting drill. We do need to get a bigger one. You going to do anything interesting there, Tortoise, or are you just going to sit there? Plunk her in the water. Hey, why not? You know, let me just... She does need a little soak today, so yeah, let me, I'll do that. Oh, I want to hit that post. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, and we're good. Let me just try and get to a straight section as best as possible anyway. I may actually have to stop. How long have we had Little Artuin? Just over a year, Groot. It's about... Actually, it's about... Yeah, it's nearly a year and a half. Nearly a year and a half, in fact. Yeah, we got her in October time, October, November time in 21. Yeah, so we've had her a while. She's done quite a bit of growing since then. She used to be like just big enough to be sat in the center of my palm, you know, like literally like the little dimple in the middle of your palm. She was literally that big, and now she's like that big, my full palm, and it's like, yeah, that's a lot of growth in a year. She's still growing. She's still going to get bigger. I love the little angel. She's such a cutie. I'm missing bits. I'm missing bits. No. No, I'm missing it. How do I manage that? Right. Ooh, you've always wanted a bearded dragon. Nice. Yeah. Lizards, reptiles, they are really interesting pets, I will say. I mean, certainly for a tortoise, they live quite a long time, so you've definitely got to be prepared for them. Oh, it was July. It's even earlier. Wow, so she's actually nearly 2. She's going on 2 years old. Nearly. But yeah, you've certainly got to be prepared to look after them because they do take a lot of care and attention. But they're so good, wonderful little creatures, you know. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Oh, hello. What are you doing over there, huh? No, nothing. Nothing interesting. She was looking at me for a moment there. But now something in the dirt is much more interesting for her. Right. There we go. Going well. Yeah, it's not too bad. She did indeed, babe. Yeah, she went from being a little slider to an absolute full-on burger in about a year. Definitely. So cute as well. She's got such a little madam personality, you know. There we are. Right. Beautiful. Oh. Where are you off to now then, huh? She's off to bury herself in a corner by the look of it. There we go, perfect. Right. What are in the what? I'll have to actually stop here. This is, hang on 1 second, guys. Okay, there we are. She's gonna hang out in her bath area now because she's needed a little soak all day. We haven't gotten around to it, so there we go. She can have a soak on stream. You know, she complains like crazy, but she loves it. She is indeed. She's having a little slurp there. Little slurp of water. What are you up to, eh? Reversing. It's like beep, 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 beep. Tortoise reversing. Right, I'm going to get those couple of weeds that are over there that I missed. There we go, perfect. Every time what, babe? Every time the mic picks me up. Oh, right, yes. On the game, actually, what I should do is, in case of anyone joining us, I should put myself on mute. Because that way, there we go, it's not showing up now. That way we won't get any echoing if anyone joins. Because that would be most kind of disorientating. She's had enough soaking now. She's off. She's off. Doing the mountain climbing to get out. You crazy animal, you. I think she wants to go and have a little chill in her heat under her heat lamp, actually. So I'll leave her be for now. Yes, since we redid her vivarium, she has been loving the new environment, I must say. Absolutely loving it. So we're getting, I say we're getting close to finishing here, but this is a big field. That's a shame, Groot. No worries. I know all about being at work. The bane of everyone's existence, I think, is work. It's like if we could all live off the land. Well, I suppose whatever you do, you'd, have to work. But wouldn't it be nice if we could all do something for work that we loved, and then it wouldn't feel like work, and actually get paid enough to live on? That would be cool as well. Oh, she's digging away. Right, how is this looking now? Okay, not too bad. For the next field, harvest PlayStations. Very nice, very nice. I think for this next field, what I'm going to do is go around the headland and then put it on a worker, because you don't need to see me do 2 fields like this. This is going to be far too much. So next week I am actually working the back shift. So there will be SnowRunner on the weekend, but there won't be a Farming Sim stream midweek. Simply because I just don't have an appropriate time to stream during this next week. So yeah, the next Farming Sim the next Farming Sim stream will be in 2 weeks' time. Once this one finishes, obviously. But we will still have SnowRunner, as I said. Which was fun on Tuesday, for anyone who wasn't around for that. It was a great time exploring the new region. How long have I been on this map? That is a very good question, Groot. I could probably tell you. I'm sure that'll be in the statistics somewhere. Let's have a look here. Is there a statistics thing anywhere, or do I have to? I think it's only on the load screen, isn't it? That probably won't tell me because this is now online, so I'm not actually that sure, Groot. Actually, I may be able to tell you. I would have to consult the actual game files. Let me finish this field, get this guy on a worker, and I will dig into the code for you, because I do know that the save files do have an entry for hours. So I'll check that for you. But it's certainly been probably... Ooh, it's not been a great amount, but certainly double figures. Ah, right, Groot. Yeah, I generally I don't play online an awful lot, but for these streams, with them being community day streams basically every week, I do play online with them, because how would I otherwise? Right, let's get this last bit. Missed a couple there, never mind. I'll get him on the way back up. Come here, you. Gotcha. I'll get these ones as well. Perfect. Get these couple. I'm not gonna go around and get every single one that I've missed, but certainly the bigger ones, you know. Right. So yes, I will go around the edge here. I'll put this guy on a worker, and then I will check the game hours for you. For this particular map. I know for Calmsden in general, I've put an awful lot of hours in. I've put several hundred hours into various Calmsden Farm save files for sure. But this particular one, I'm not too sure. It's just a really good map, you know? It's honestly, I think it's the best modded map that has come out, you know, in terms of kind of variety and things to do and the landscape and all that. They've also added a new crop type for this particular for this map, linseed, which is really nice. Hey, no problem, babe. You lurk away. Don't let me stop you doing what you're doing. Okay, here we go. We'll try and get the widest possible spread here. But yeah, so you can do a linseed harvest on this field, on this map. Let me show you guys. It's just in here. There you go, linseed. It's just another cash crop, basically, because you can't actually use it to do anything with. But it's nice. It makes your fields go all purple just before it reaches harvest time, which is delightful to see. Just a light violet purple field. It's really quite cool. So there's 2 of the 4 edges done. We'll get this on a worker in a minute so that I can focus on some other things. Although I think probably the next step, the next step will probably be advancing time a little bit to get some of the productions running through, and also to get closer to some selling time. Because we do have all of that clothing to sell, which is going to bring in an absolute bomb load of money. Very much looking forward to that. Because that will probably allow us to buy our new seed drill. And maybe even a nice big tractor to pull it, because we need that as well. Because I don't think these are the starting tractors, and I don't think they're going to really be big enough to pull a significantly bigger seed drill. But we shall see. Okay, it's nearly 3 of the 4 headlands done. There we go, swing it round. This one's quite a short one really. And then onto a worker you go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. In fact, I wonder if... No, I'll finish. I was going to say, I wonder if I can put it on a worker now, but knowing my luck, it'll probably just drive straight into a tree. That's usually how these things go. So let's just finish this bit. Turn into the field and higher. Okay, he's going to go across that way, but never mind. Right, let me have a quick look here at my farming sim saves. So that was going to be save number 4, I think it is. Let me just check the old hours here that it's got written in the files. Playtime. Ooh. I imagine that's probably minutes. 5,116. So then we take a calculator. This doesn't sound right. 5,116 divided by 60. 60 hours. Actually, that doesn't actually sound too out of the question, to be honest. Yeah, so about 60 hours, Groot, is how much time I've put into this particular farm so far. That seems like a lot longer than what I've been thinking it might have been, but hey, what you gonna do? Right. We'll check on the old sheepsies. We've just got one little pallet here. We'll just stick this. So this is the production distributor, the animal product, which is really cool. So I can just move them over to there, and it'll just distribute it straight to the spinnery, which is kind of nice. And then we have the chicken pen. We probably need a bigger chicken pen at some point, because this one only has 100 chickens in it. Then again, we do have 200,000 litres of eggs in the production currently, so I don't think we're going to... that's out of grapes, we can turn that off. I don't think we're going to run out of eggs anytime soon. That's the word I was looking for. Eggs. Yeah. Eggs. So, we've just got to wait for this guy to finish. Done a couple of passes there. Ooh. Very fancy, Walker. No problem at all. Good luck with your construction project. And I'll see you in a little bit. Why'd you miss that bit, dude? Honestly. Just can't get the staff these days. Now then. Was there anything else around here that I needed to do? Let me see. How's the grass doing anyway? Because we probably will need to cut that at some point. I don't know if it's regrown or not. No, it hasn't. So the grass is fine. That's good. So I think it really is just waiting for this guy to finish the old... Yeah, because there's no contracts for us to do. We're just waiting for that... Waiting for that field to finish. Yeah, and then we can skip ahead a little bit. So I believe the clothes is usually April. April, yeah. Yeah, April for the clothes. So April will be... Yeah, that's actually perfect. That's just about... That is actually perfect because we can start planting whatever we want then in April. We should be able to buy a seed drill and start planting. So that's good. So once we've done with the herbicide, we can skip forward to April, sell the clothes, and then buy ourselves a bigger drill. And by then the grass will likely have grown as well. I wonder if it's worthwhile getting some bees. Maybe. Not too sure. We're focusing on the cookies at the moment, you know. I mean, we've got some other productions in here as well. We've got pancakes and we've got pizzas and potatoes and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, we've got plenty to be going on. We've even got fish. Fish. And donuts. So we have plenty of productions to be expanding into, but for the moment I want to kind of try and focus on the cookies. Get them sorted, you know. How's this guy doing? Oh, he's plodding along. We are pretty much set, I would say. Need some more cows. I wonder if it would be worthwhile just buying some more cows, getting some more milk going. We do have a bit of money, so how many cows do we have? Only 75. Yeah, older than 18 months can reproduce, so let's buy some more. 70,000. Ooh, right. Okay, maybe not. That's a lot. Could get the baby cows, but then they won't. Then they won't start producing milk for a while. I don't think they'll start producing milk for a while. Maybe they do. Because they have to be 18 months old before they breed, but maybe they'll start producing milk immediately? That'd only be 15,000. Let's give it a go. There we are. We'll buy some new cows. Sorted. Right. This must be nearly done now. In fact, it is more or less done. I'm going to take over from here, just finish off the bits that it's missed. Get that little bit. And we'll go straight down here. And then we can start the next phase. These oats will be ready to harvest. When will these oats be ready? Oh, not until July, August time. So that's fine. Yeah, they updated the calendar as well, as you can probably see, because it's like 3-month harvesting and planting periods now, which is usually 2. So they have a did I just lose connection? Oh no, I just tapped the button when I shouldn't have. Oopsie. I thought I'd lost connection there for a moment. But no, it's all good. We're all good. It's all fine. Oh dear. Right. Okay, so we can just do this little bit here, tidy this up, and then we'll all be done. That wasn't too bad. Maybe took slightly longer than I was planning, but these are big fields after all. Oh, wait, no, there's this bit over here to do as well. Okay. Slightly more to do, never mind. It's all good. The cheeky little bugger. That's the AI worker not setting off in the right direction. Makes me think I'm finished when I'm not. Cursed thing. There we are. Shouldn't take more than a couple of passes anyway, so... Ooh. Could even maybe get it in 1. That might be pushing it though. Yeah. Let's not have to do another run because we try and overdo it. Let's just flick over here a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we're nearly done. Just do a quick spin round here. That bit. And this bit. And the last bit. Ba-ba-da-boom. Okay. Fold this up. Park it up. And then we'll advance forwards. I'll probably be doing some very quick kind of checks each month. We won't just be going 1, 2, 3, 4 because the cows need food and straw and stuff like that, so we want to make sure that we're not running out of those kind of things. Alright. Let's visit the old house and have a little snooze. I'll go for 9 o'clock. Yeah. Da 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 da. Sleeping soundly in our beds. Okay, let's have a look at the sale. Anything? Ooh, that's very tempting, but we don't have the money for it. That is very tempting, actually. Oh dear. Nothing else of interest though. Okay, let's just do some quick checks here. Check on these animals. How are they doing? Fine there. Fine there. Oh, the wool one's taken. Oh, they need water. Are you joking me? Why aren't they getting water? Very unusual. Okay, so we need to take care of the sheep first. Oh, bear. Hello. Because their little storage area is, wow, really filling up with wool. There we are. Perfect. Have a quick check on the chickens as well. Oh, the chickens are fine. Right, let's just refill that. Oh, still not emptied. Okay, that's cool. And a quick check on these productions here as well, I think, just to make sure that they're all going well. Yeah, look at this, guys. Look at this. So many grapes. All right, and then we can just grab them, push them this way. And just throw them straight in here. There we go. Come on, in you go. Probably just push these to one side for the moment because we don't need... the grapes aren't a major concern at the moment. Oh, well, I suppose if it's going to go in like that, then that's fine. There we go. We may as well move them all over then in that case. There's no point in waiting. Right, come on, over we go. There we are, lovely. And everything else should be fine, I think. Let's check to make sure nothing is... Oh, hay. Okay. Oh, hay. We need hay. Mineral feed too. And straw. Silage is still... Oh, silage is getting distributed. That's why. Of course it is. But we need to throw a couple of hay bales in. And a couple of... Plonk that in there. It's got mineral feed. I don't know what it's complaining about there. But we are kind of getting full of... There we are. There's that. How's that looking now? Much better. Grab a straw bale and we should be good to go, I think. Maybe 2 straw bales, but even so, we're producing a nice amount of... Yeah, there we go. So we're producing a nice amount of TMR for now. So that should be all good. Did I see that this had produced more clothing? Yes, it has. Look at that. And... oh my lord. Okay. This really has produced quite a lot of... That's going to run out of room soon. Clothing. Why have it... Oh, it's run out of fabric, that's why. Yeah, it's got another 15,000 litres here. Let's go... That's the wrong button. There we are. We are going to have quite the clothing haul when this comes through. Okay, you're going to spawn some more for me? 2, 3, 4. Another load. Yeah, this is. I think we may have hit upon a ridiculous production here, guys. I really do think so, because this has just produced about 20,000 litres of clothing overnight. Hey Bart, good to see you. You join us at maximum ridiculousness. This is all clothing, by the way. Alright, 3 more to spawn. You know, this is producing so much clothing, I don't even think it's going to matter what time we actually sell these at. Indeed, Bart. Richie Rich indeed. How is everything else doing? We're going okay. This is still going through the milk. Good. 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 So how is the milk doing here? Or the butter, I should say. 22,000 litres. Okay, that's looking a little bit more respectable. Cheese, 1,100 litres. That's good. Can probably actually start some of these productions off soon, but I kind of want to get a bit of everything in here so that we can set them all off together, you know? Because the variety pack needs a collection of all of them. So, you know, it would be best to kind of have them all producing at the same time. That looks fine. Let's just... Right. We'll dump this out here. There we go. Marvellous. We'll go and park this under the mixer again, I think. That's my terrible driving for you. Right. Yeah, we'll go and park this under the mixer. We don't need to transport any milk just yet because we're still using the milk that we had already from last month, so we can leave the milk for the time being. But the sheep needed water, so we should go and fill up the sheep with water. Right, refill that. We've got a nice supply of TMR for later on. In fact, how much do we even have? I've just completely glossed over it. It's only a small one, isn't it? There it is. Good grief, 32,000 litres. Plus, yeah, we're going to have like 45-ish thousand litres of TMR, I think it was. Something like that. By the time this is finished. Yeah, 25. Yeah, nearly 45,000. So those are still going good. We do need to put that sugar in. That's something we need to do. We need to get the sugar from the silo. That's what we need to do. Good grief. This really is taking a while. But I don't think we have any spare trailers, do we? Maybe? I'm not actually sure. Right, but we do need to get some water. So, to the river it is. And now, Guy, I can show you where I've got my water distributor, actually, at this point. This is the easiest way I found to distribute water to most things other than seemingly the sheep, which it doesn't work for. But if we go down here, next to field 9, seemingly I own this bit of scrapland down here, and it allowed me to put the distributor right here. And I can get water out of the stream. Sorry guys, itchy nose, and dump it straight into the distributor here. But this amount of water will be going to the sheep instead. In fact, if that's like 5,000, that's probably enough actually. I don't want to overfill the I don't want this thing full of water that I can't get rid of. So we'll stick with that for now. Ooh, can actually go through here. That's right, it's quicker to get to the sheep this way. More direct. It is a very nice mod actually, Bart. Yes, it's a very handy one. It's just nice not to have to drive so far with water, you know, because it's such a kind of annoying thing to have to deal with. I mean, seemingly I've still got to use it to keep up with the sheep, but my grape fields will just keep producing grapes, and it'll keep my other productions supplied fully with water each month. So, you know, it's a good wee little thing for that. It's a very itchy nose tonight, guys. Okay, let's just drive on in here. Yes, I'll leave the field. Oh, that's a dead sheep. Yes, I'll leave all the gates open. I know that's going to really annoy some people. Right, dump this water in. Oh, okay. So it's probably more like 20,000? Yeah, probably something like 20,000. But hey, never mind. They've got enough water for the time being. Let's head back here and do another snooze. There we go. Moving on up. Da 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 da. Ooh, snow. Ah, we have snow. We have snow. Right, what's in here? Nothing of interest. Darn it, that tractor disappeared. That's slightly irritating, but hey, what are you going to do? So, animals. Chickens, good. Sheep, need the wool taken care of. These guys probably need some more TMR. And maybe some more straw as well. Productions. Ah, the TMR has finished producing. Okay, we need some more mineral feed for that. But everything else looks good. Ooh, we need to deal with the straw production. Yeah, everything else looks good. So, first port of call, the sheeps. We'll move this vast quantity of wool over again. Come on now. There we are. And then these two in as well. Boom. Perfect. Okay, we need to buy some TMR next. We under pallets. Some mineral feed, I should say. So that should be sufficient of that for now. And then the next thing is the straw shop. The hats and stuff are going to be sat out here for a while, I think, but hey. There we go. Right. Is that it for now? I think so. A lobster shower. A shower that is too hot. A shower that turns you red. Right. Let's head down here. Can we dump the rest of this in now? Oh, still not enough. Okay, fine. Oh, that's one full pallet of eggs now. Pop that on the back here for now. Oh, you see that chicken? That's bad for your skin, is it, eh, Bart? Interesting. Okay, so many more grapes, but that's fine. We'll deal with that later. Right, where was I? What was I doing? I can't remember. TMR. That's right. I need to deliver the cow food. You deliver this. I need to grab the sugar out of the silo afterwards. Bring that over. Yep, that's a tree. That would have been a horrible collision. If I'd done that in SnowRunner, it would have been like... Yeah, that would have been a dead engine if I'd done that in SnowRunner. Okay. Clonk. Right. Let's dump this in here. Please take it all. Oh, it's going to. Yes, very nice. And we'll shred this hay bale whilst we're here as well. Which is really weird because this thing doesn't have a PTO, but it can use this. It can use it, which is really bizarre. Shredding that straw. Okay, there we go. Ooh, hello, cow. I came to say hello with my truck. Right, we'll grab the sugar out now. I don't think we've got very much of it, but it should be enough to get the chocolate production going. And that's all I need for the time being. And so let's have a look here. Oh, we've got plenty of barley in there as well, actually. There we are, sugar beet. Yes, babe. Doesn't have any music at all, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I could be mistaken. But other than, like, the menu music, it just doesn't have any. I'm not sure if it's an option or something. Actually, I should have a look at that. I've never really checked that at all, but I don't think there's an option for music. Radio. Oh, radio. Always. Vehicles. Vehicles only. There you go. We've got some farming sim music going now. I didn't actually realise that was a thing. Not sure if I prefer that on or off, to be absolutely honest. I'm not sure if that's really suitable music. It's radio music, that's for sure. But I'm not quite sure if that's what we want. Right. There we are. Okay, let's get this producing some sugar for us. Sugar beets, there we go. Perfect. And is that set to store? It is. So once that's ready, we can just transfer it over to where we need, because I think there's a couple of locations that will give us sugar. Yeah, let's turn that off for now. That's going to get on my nerves because it's got. If it was just instrumental music, that would be fine. But with words, it's that doesn't work because I'll be. that it just doesn't work with the way my brain works, you know. So, oh yes, we need to pick up the mineral feed, don't we, for the old TMR. So let's go and pick that up from the store before I forget. I'm not sure if it will actually just empty into the back of this thing. I'm hoping it won't. I'm hoping it'll stay in kind of pallet form, but we shall see. There we are. Right. I get the feeling it might just right, let's pop these in here. Oh yeah, there we go. It's already turned it into oh. Go away, interface. I don't want you. Okay, so we've got a trailer full of mineral feed now, which is not exactly what I was going for, but hey, it's just what we're, well, kind of half and half really, isn't it? Half of it's decided to empty itself into the trailer, the other half hasn't, which is slightly odd. Whoa. That was a bit of a tank slapper there. Wonder what that was all about. Oh well, no matter. We do have another one of these. I'm just waiting for the grain to finish to empty out of it. Whoa, steady on. Whoa. That's going too fast in the snow. That's what that's doing. Oh, yep, there we go. Now it's there we are. Okay. That's going to be annoying when we want to come and use this truck because that's going to take a while to empty. Because this only takes 1,000 litres at a time, but hey, what are you going to do? If we move these out of the trigger, though, it will mean that I can empty the truck first. So that's fine. We'll just do that. This is full of silage currently, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, I think we're good to move on now. All being well, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, let's move on. Whoop. Because we want to get through to April so that we can sell all of that clothing. And then buy ourselves some new toys. That's what we want. You're being very noisy over there, little tortoise. Right, anything good in the sale? There's a combine. No. There is a drill, but that's a tiny drill. So, yeah, nothing there. Nothing there for the moment. They're fine. Wool again needs sorting out, and that and the water as well. That's really annoying, actually. Right, so the sugar's finished. We can move the sugar over to the dairy. So let's pick an appropriate vehicle. This one here. Unhook this. Go and grab the trailer. We'll transfer the sugar over to the dairy where we can start producing some chocolate. 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 Light bulb idea, guys. When I finish stream, you know what's on the card? Hot chocolate. I think that would be fantastic. I do like me some hot chocolate. Especially considering this evening, me and Babe are probably going to sit down, watch either some TV or possibly play an Artifex Mundi game. With whipped cream? Sadly not with whipped cream, Bart. We don't have any. But made with milk. Nice tasty milk and all the stuff like that. There's more sugar to come, is there not? Is that all the sugar? Oh, no, wait, there's more sugar. Fantastic. Oh, goodness me. Okay, that was a lot of sugar. Okay, cool. Turn that off so we don't load any grapes. Got any grapes? And we want to dump this into here. Perfect. Perfection. That'll get the old sugar going. So let's turn on the chocolate. Turn off the butter for now, because we need that here. Still got some butter being produced here. So how much butter do we have? 40,000 litres. That's not bad. We definitely need more, but it's not bad. Okay. So we next need to see if we can't finish unloading this. No, not quite. Okay. Then we want this guy. Oh, and we need to take care of that wool again. I think we're not going to have an issue with money soon on this series. Because if we keep producing wool at this rate, then it is actually going to be quite ridiculous the amount of money we're going to get from it. So 5,000. So we want about just shy of 15,000 litres of water. In that case, because then we need to go and pick the milk up and get that delivered to the various places of production. And then we can skip forward to April and sell the clothing. Excellent. Right. Through here again. Whee! These things are really light when you get them up to speed. Like, oh, oh, bonk. I'm glad I've got super strength. Because otherwise I'd get myself into some right royal embarrassing moments. Okay, so just under 15,000 litres we need. There's 3, 4, 5. Hey dear, slow stuff this filling up water. 7, 7.5, so that's halfway. 8, 9, 10,000, 11, 12, 13, almost there, 14 and a half. There we go. Perfect. That will do plenty for the time being. Let's go and drop this off with the sheep and then get advanced. Did we check the shop today? I can't remember. Yes, we did. There was nothing interesting in the sales page. Okay, who knows? Maybe we'll go through to April and we'll get a nice surprise in the sales. They're just selling off everything we could possibly want. Ever. Here we go. Okay. So once we have this done, oh, that's a fence post. Steady on there, my son. There we are. Oh, yes, we need to deliver the milk. That's right. We need to deliver the milk. Because the milk is 33,000. So that's good. The TMR, that's fine for now. We don't need to worry. It'll go another month. Fertilizing. Oh, actually, speaking of fertilizing, guys. So this is getting ridiculous, right? Because I've had this going for a while. We now have 164,000 litres of digestate. You know? Oh, man. There's not enough. Did I over assume there was the amount of water we needed? Oh, it was 18, not 20. Darn it all. Never mind. This thing over here, Groot, this is the Animal Product Warehouse. And it basically works as a distribution point. You put eggs, honey, and wool in here, and you can either have it respawn here, store it, or distribute it. And it's really handy because, let me show you here. It works just like a production. So I've got this one currently to distributing eggs and wool when I put it in, and it literally just sends it places. So this is just sending the wool that I put into it straight to my spinnery, wherever it is, here. And it's just filling up the wool, which is fantastic. Right, actually, let's turn that on because we do have some fabric now. So we can't do anything with the milk for now, so we may as well go ahead and jump forward this last month in order to get to clothing selling time. Hopefully. Well, I think even if it isn't... You do indeed, Groot. What I would recommend with it is only have one. Right? Because I tried to have one next to the chicken pen and one next to the wool pen and have them distribute different things. But the problem is, because they can both accept that material, if you set them to distributing, it will send some of your product to the other warehouse instead of onwards to your productions. So you can't have more than one, which is slightly irritating. But it's just kind of because of how the distribution system within the game works. But it is a very, very useful mod, certainly for, like, you know, the shipment of wool products. You see, look, watch this, watch this. Look at all these. More wool. Okay, stick it in there. And it'll just keep sending that to our productions. There we go. Perfect. Right, so let's check the old thing here. Clothing should be a good price. 30,000 at the farmer's market and the garden centre. So I know where the garden centre is. Where's the farmer's market? Ah, that's all the way down there. Okay, so yeah, we want the garden centre, which I believe is over here. Yes, it is. So that's the best place to go. So let's see how much of this we can get loaded on. I get the feeling we may have to make several trips. Oh, is that all it's got room for? That is all it's got room for. 44. It's only 44,000 litres, guys, with more to go. It's only 44,000 litres. I think our money total is suddenly going to skyrocket very, very quickly. Nothing there of interest in the sale, sadly, but never mind. Let's go and sell these and see what kind of obscene profit we can make, because this is going to be pretty ridiculous. So this is 44 pallets, and this isn't even all of the stuff. Ooh. This is just some of the stuff. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, this. I'm worried now. I am actually quite worried. 'Cause I think this is going to kind of break the economy. Oh boy. Let's see how much we can make though. 44,000 litres of clothing. With more to come. Ooh. Da-da-da-da, the game was not supposed to have you sell this much clothing at once. No, 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 it was not meant at all for this. At least we'll be able to buy that sugar beet harvester without much problem. Right, here we go. Place your bets, everyone. Ah, yes, just a cool 1.5 million. Oh boy. Now that's how you make money. You'd think there'd be some sort of like diminishing return after a while. But no, we can just go back and get some more now. This is quite ridiculous. Don't actually know how many more pallets we have got. Because we still have a load to spawn out of the facility, so we could end up with the same amount again, which would be pretty crazy, I would say. But let's see. We do have to buy a new seed drill and a new tractor. So, you know, it's not like this money is all going to be just sitting in our bank account. We are actually going to have to use a good chunk of it, I think, to buy the necessary bits and bobs that we need. But hey, we may even be able to buy another combine. I might sell the Trion and get a different one. Because the Trion's good, but the headers aren't brilliant. Like, they could be a lot bigger. Like, the wheat header isn't too bad. I think it's a 9-meter wheat header. But it's only like a 6-meter corn header, which is a bit limiting. So I may be tempted to... Alright, let me just jump out a second here and just... shift these across. There we are. Right, let's see how many more we've got. But yeah, could possibly do with a slightly bigger harvester. Only 33. Turn that off for now. That is all of the clothes. So, a grand total of 77,000 litres all in, which is pretty good. This is like 3/4 of what we had before, so we're probably going to get, what's 3/4 of 1.5 million? 75, maybe about 100, 15, 1.15 million, something like that. We'll be over 3 million, that's for sure, you know. That's a ridiculous amount of money. That really is a ridiculous amount of money. But we do need it. We do need that money, so, you know. Not going to complain. But I definitely think this is one of the largest amounts of money I've made in one go. I think so. I think so. All right. Nearly there. Nearly there. Just casually making millions with clothing. Who needs to harvest fields? Just make a sheep empire. You know, even without this custom modded spinnery, you could easily do this with just the regular in-game stuff, just by having multiple of them. There we go. 1.1 million. My lordy. Okay, to the shops, guys. We're going spending. Now, let's have a look at the options that we have. So we could go for this beastie again. We never really got a chance to try this out properly on Silverrun. So we do have the Seed Hawk that can do kind of regular crops. But I do believe in here... Oh yeah, we've got this. This is a mod that I've really wanted to try out, guys. This is the DB120 John Deere. And this has a ridiculous working width, 36.5 meters. When you consider that the next one down has 18.2, you know, this has 36.5. So this is like double the width of the biggest planter in the game. There's also this one as well, but it's got a very low capacity to it. It does everything, pretty much. Ooh, this does beets as well, actually. That's an interesting one. Yeah, it does corn, sunflower, soy, beets, and cotton. Interesting. And what does this? What does the Seed Hawk do? It just does the base game one, the normal cedar ones, doesn't it? Yeah, corn, wheat, canola, that kind of thing. I think we're gonna buy the big boy. Let's have a look here. So, front fertilizer tank, refuge plus, and liquid fertilizer tank. Front fertilizer tank. We're going to go for both of those. GPS configuration. Lights. Oh yes, we'll put some work lights on. That'll be good. Back vacuum blower. Cleaning discs. Yeah, let's just put them all on. Oh yeah, let's have a trailer hitch on it as well. We'll put a conveyor on it, just because, well, that kind of sticks out at the back, so let's not bother with the conveyor. Wheel covers? No, we don't need wheel covers. Okay, let's go for that. Bye. Perfect. Okay, and now we need a tractor to pull it with at least 370 horsepower. So, oh, no, not trucks. Large tractors, please. What do we got? So we could go for like something like this beastie with the treads. That's kind of cool. don't think I've ever used this guy before. That could be quite fun to use, actually. And that's going to have some good grip with the tracked rears on it. So, yeah. Let's go for that one. I've never used this guy before, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, like something like this is a bit overkill for the time being. And we also eventually need to get a beet harvester, one of these. Should we just get that now? Yeah. Let's just get that now. We've got the money for it, so combinations. This guy, buy that. Excellent. Do we need the header trailer for it? Yeah, let's buy the header trailer. Why not? Let's just buy it. And then we've got it. We don't have to worry about it. Also think I might buy this tanker as well so that we can start using some of that digestate. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we just spent 1.3 million. Let's go and have a look at what we've bought. Ah, beautiful stuff. Look at that. What a fun array of little and nice new things. So let's pop this header onto the trailer for now. Oh, wow. Okay, that orientated interestingly. We'll connect this up to here, but we won't move it from here for the time being because we may as well just leave it in the parking lot for the time being until we actually need it. But we will park it out of the way a little bit. Take it round here. There we go. That should work nicely. Nicely parked. Okay, we now need some seed and some, was it liquid fertilizer? Seeds. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Right, let's get this thing filled up. Yeah, liquid fertilizer is what this thing needs. I can already see that this thing is going to be an absolute nightmare to maneuver. Right, and what we want, what are we going to plant? Should we plant some beets? I suppose we should plant some beets, shouldn't we? Can we plant beets now? We can, so we may as well, yeah. How many of these bags is it going to take? Probably a few. One more, maybe? Yeah. And we want some liquid fertilizer. A couple of those. How much of this is it going to take? Oh wow, just the one. Huh. Okay, cool. Let's swing this around. Oh my lord, yeah, this, I think we're going to have to find our own little way of maneuvering this around. Because this does not give me, the tow bar on this is not a large one. Doesn't give me an awful lot of room to maneuver. Look, that's not cool. Alright, come on now. I just want to get this in the field just to see how big it is, because we will be wrapping up soon. But I really want to try this out in the field before we finish for today. So let's see if we can't actually get it in the field and working. But yes, guys. So like I was saying earlier on, next streams, SnowRunner will be on Sunday, carrying on with Phase 9. It was a great start on Tuesday, so I do hope you will all join me for that. That's a lot of lag. But yes, hope you'll join me for that. Next week, there won't be a Farming Sim video midweek. That's because I'm working the back shift, sadly, so I won't actually have the time to do a stream. Sad face. Very sad face. So, sorry about that. But we'll be back with Farming Sim the following Thursday as per the normal schedule. So it's just next week that we won't be here. Right, this is... Oh, wait, there's trees there. I'm not going to get through there, am I? Let's see, where can I actually maneuver this thing? Maybe here? Am I going to get through here? Yeah, I should get through there. Right. Let's fold this baby out. Wow, that takes a while to actually start unfolding. Crikey. Wow. Oh, this is big. Oh, this is just what we need for this farm. For doing like corn and stuff. This is going to be great. Oh, look at the size of this thing. This is ridiculous. And it's still got to fold out those little bits on the end as well. Oh my lord. And the little foldy bits. Come on now. You know you want it. Yep, there we go. Ooh, is it only doing one at a time? Oh, this thing keeps you in suspense. Usually they both go at once. But this does it one at a time. Clunk. And then the other one. Come on. There we go. There it goes. Fantastic. Oh, that is super. Right, let's see how this goes. We'll just take it along to the edge of the field here and we'll give it a go. All right. Lower. Turn it on. Look at that. Oh, wow. Look at the size of that thing. Oh, if only this did every crop type, that would be amazing. Oh no. I'm going to have problems maneuvering this around corners now, aren't I? Because of how long it is. Yep, thought so. There we are. Oh man, this is going to make planting certain crops so quick. Look at that. That is beautiful. And this thing just has no problems in pulling it. Crikey. Oh, I love that. That is superb. If only I could find a planter that had this. No, a cedar? Or is this a cedar? I can never remember which one's a cedar and which one's a planter. But, oh my lord. Look at that. This is going to, like, revolutionize Calmston Farm. Because this is going to make planting these big fields absolutely easy as pie, you know? Well, for certain crop types anyway. I'm driving like a drunk person at the moment, seemingly, though. Beets. I'm seeding some beets, Groot. But I think I'll have to finish off later on. Because we are coming to the end of our stream for today. But that is an amazing piece of technology. That is just... That's going to make planting beets and sunflowers and corn and cotton so great. So that's a planter. Right, okay. So it's a planter for corn and beets and that kind of stuff, and a seeder. I suppose that makes sense, isn't it? Because like for wheat and barley and oats and stuff, you have seeds. So it's seeding it, as opposed to this one, which is planting it. Okay, that is definitely a cool thing. So, see, I'm still learning all the jargon. How long have I been playing this game now? And I still can't remember which one's which. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today. So, thank you very much for joining me. It's been a while since we've been on Calmston, and we're going to stay on Calmston. This server with this map will be up permanently, apart from when it needs updating. So if you want to hop on at any point in time and do whatever you want, please do so. As I said, all of the passwords and such for the server are in the Discord under the Community Farm channel. Just look for the pinned post. And if you want to log in, I will be logging in and out of this map periodically over the next couple of weeks until the next stream, doing things, keeping up to stuff. So if other people want to come in, join me, all that kind of stuff, let me know. If you are going to do that, might be an idea to drop me a message on the Discord so that I can log in and give you permissions, because it won't do that automatically. So if you do want to join the farm, just drop me a message and I will log in, providing I'm not at work. That's the key here. I will log in and give you the permissions you need to use all of the stuff. So that's it for today. Please do join me on Sunday for SnowRunner, 3 PM GMT as usual. We've got some water towers to build, some big trucks to rescue, and some fires to put out. So, yeah, hope to see you there, guys. And I'm going to go and make myself hot chocolate like I said I was going to. Sit down and enjoy a nice peaceful evening with Natalie. And I hope your evenings are all good as well. So, until next time, that is it. So, thank you very much again. And as always, take care, stay safe, and I will see you next time. Bye for now, everyone.